What is poppin', my Pixel pals? So today I would like to discuss with you guys my first week as a content creator and kind of the shortcomings and successes I've had along the way. And so maybe you can see what it's like from the eyes of a really tiny new content creator, the struggles and um, hardships we have to overcome along the way. And when I say I'm a small content creator, I mean it. I have 25 current subscribers, of which three are my alternate accounts. Another three are my family members, and about six are my friends. So I've had some organic growth, but nothing to write home about. Yeah, I'm really just scratching the surface of what's possible here on YouTube. And my Instagram's not much better. I have 13 followers, of which probably 6 or 7 are organic, maybe 8. But yeah, each platform has their own pros and cons, but I'm going to discuss them here. But I would like to go over a little misconceptions that I hear around the internet and from what I've read. I'd like to share my opinion on why I actually believe YouTube is still the bread and butter of this content creation game. I believe it's really the cash cow, and I believe where most of you should post your short form content. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying Instagram doesn't have its benefits, but I'm going to just share with you my opinion on why I like YouTube. So if we start here, we can see it says over the last 28 days I've hit 9.2k views and about 63 hours of watch time. These are my top videos over the past 48 hours, which obviously the numbers aren't really impressive. I told you, small creator here, but I'd like to discuss why these numbers are impressive for me, and I want to show you really some of the cool successes I've had over the past week. So if we go to content, my first video I released about 8 days ago. It's a really bad video. All it was me learning how to post on YouTube and messing with Premiere Pro. Oh god, let me turn that off before your ears bleed. But all it is me experimenting with Premiere Pro and learning how to upload to YouTube, and that's all this video was for. To learn how to post my video and learn how to do a little bit of editing. And to be honest, I was surprised with the results. I actually managed to gain some organic views. You can see over the last 48 hours I've gained 3 more views, and in total I've had 28 views. Now realistically, all 3 of those views were from me, and out of that 28 views, I would say me and my friends and my family were 20 of them. So it's nothing to write home about, but there at least is a couple views there that are not from me and my immediate grouping of people who are here just to support me. And you can tell that through the video analytics. These channel pages, I assume as a newbie, this just means that people who have clicked the video from my pages, and I assume these are the people that I requested my friends and family to watch and like. So I assume that's the 75%, and I assume this 10%, which is like 3 viewers, and this 3.6%, which is probably 1 more viewer, were the individuals who actually engaged with this channel organically. And you know what? 1 view would have been fine if I got 1 real view. So I will take it. I was really happy with that. Now, a couple days later, and by a couple days later, I mean like 16 hours later, I posted my next video. And this was just me experimenting a little bit more with editing and trying to figure out how to make some more unique content. And so when I say more unique, this is another terrible SpongeBob AI song cover of Ariana Grande's Positions, and it's truly awful. I do not recommend listening to it. It's really bad. But I would like to believe it is a slight increase in content quality over my terrible cheapy, and I think that reflects in the fact that I got 3 times the likes, I got a couple comments, and I actually have 50 views on this video, which, while it's nothing to write home about, I'm proud for every organic view I get. And if we look at the analytics of this, We can see it got 243 impressions, 50 views, and this one's only 28% through the channel page. And I think external might also be from like the links I've sent to my friends as well. But it does actually have some legitimate people who viewed it. Maybe that's this unique viewers right here, but it's more than 2 or 3. So for me, that's a plus. I was very proud to get, like I said, any at all. So I found that a success. But to be 100% honest, this is where the game changes. Short form content. This is when I posted my first short, I did not know what was going to happen. All the big YouTubers say this is the way to go, and let me tell you, in my experience, they're 100% correct. So it started with this, a PS5 versus NES. I would like to believe that this is also a decent jump in actual video quality. I think it's a better video for sure than my last two. A lot more editing involved, and I'm sort of grasping what I'm doing by this point. But you can see that clearly in the views and in the likes and in the comments. But this one got over 2,300 views. So if you look at this, it's a crazy looking graph. Big old S thing right here. Now, here's the dark side, is all of this engagement almost was because YouTube decided to promote my video. So I think they test the waters for a little bit to see how your video is doing, and if they think that it will be a little bit of a hit, they'll bless you with an hour or two of just straight insanity. Like, you will get some views. Now, if you are blessed by the algorithm, that's great, but it definitely won't be consistent, and I'll show you why when we see a couple more graphs. So within my first day, first 24 hours right there, I got 2,342 views out of 2,377 views. So over the next 4 days, I got the other 35 views, and you can see over the last 2 days in particular, I've gotten 6 views. So that's great. Exposure is exposure, and thank you, YouTube, for giving me that 2,300 views. But if we go to reach, you can see without YouTube giving me that shorts feed right there, which accounts for 93% of my views, this would have been nothing to write home about. It's not impressive at all. But with the YouTube algorithm on your side, I'm really happy with the numbers here. And you can see it actually was shown 7,500 times almost, and about 32.6 decided to stay after the initial couple seconds, and that transitioned into views. And so yeah, we got 2.3k unique viewers. Of course, probably 30 of these are myself and my friends, but again, the percentage, the growth from the traditional videos to this short form was incredible. Actually, if we look at watch time, 14 hours versus, we'll just go to that SpongeBob video really quick. 0.7. I mean, it's night and day. It doesn't matter if this is a longer video. I mean, it's 5 times longer, but it has 1/20th of the total watch time. So, crazy difference. Shorts are definitely the way to go, and that trend keeps up. I released my next video, Jogo versus Muzan, and again, the exact same chart. You see YouTube testing the water for a bit here. It does decently well. Again, promote you with a couple great hours, and then it kind of flatlines after there. So within the first day, I got 2,510 views, and then after that, for the next 3 days, I got another 20 views. So again, I love the exposure. Thank you, YouTube, for that. But you do have to recognize, if YouTube doesn't back your video up, you're kind of out of luck. And I'll show you just how bad that can get in a minute here. But first, we're gonna go to my most successful video. This Palworld video, it was very weird. You can see the graph looks a little different, but relatively the same in the beginning. They test the waters, then again, they spike it. And then the first day, got 2,400. Well, this is a little different because for some reason, into the second day, it was doing pretty decent. And then they decided to give me another big boost here. And then after that boost, total decline. Total. Like, you can just see again, 96% of the views is because they gave me YouTube feed. And like, yes, I appreciate the 2% of people who look this up organically, but I'm not fooling myself or anyone else. Like, the reason this video got 4,000 views is because of the shorts feed. And another important thing I'd like to mention is when you saw the analytics here, the reach, about 7.3 thousand people saw this video and it got 2.4 thousand views. That's because 32% viewed. This video right here actually got 150 more views while receiving significantly less reach, and it's because this is the real important number here. What percent of individuals actually choose to stay after the initial couple seconds and view your video? And I think that typically will play into the algorithm. Obviously it didn't this time. I didn't get any reward for more engagement, but the same story is here. My reach, it was the highest of all of them, but it also had a significantly higher percent stayed than the NES versus PS5 video, and thus that's what translates into that 4,000 views. Now here's the bad thing. This next video I actually believed was one of my best. It's honestly probably my favorite out of the videos I've made. I definitely put a lot of work into it. And youch, 5 views it says. I don't think this is 100% accurate. If I go back to the dashboard, it'll say like 9. But yeah, I mean, absolutely brutal. And not enough information to display audience retention, obviously. But here's the sad part. Zero. And it says they showed me in feed 9 times, but I'm gonna take that number with a grain of salt, because clearly from what I can see, 0% was actually from shorts feed. And if I have 5 views and 9 people were shown in shorts feed and 33% of those people viewed, that'd be 3 people from there, so that would be over half of my views. But that's just not the case. That's clearly not the case. And so this is the dark side of shorts, is you can spend a lot of time editing and building a video, and if you upload it and it doesn't quite match up with the YouTube algorithm, then you could be out of luck. Like, a video that I put just as much time into, I believe is just as quality content, got 0 help. And to be frank with you guys, out of these 5 views, they're all me. Like, me and maybe my dad. Like, there was no support here from YouTube itself. So that was pretty brutal. And then this one I released about a day ago, and it's done a little bit better. This one actually does have some shorts. You can see about 74% were from shorts. A low 22% of people actually decided to stay and watch. Again, this content is nothing. It's not anything too great. I mean, I think it's pretty good, but that's only because I put my blood, sweat, and tears into it. If you guys watched it, it'd probably be very, very mid or even bad to you guys. But that's what YouTube's done for me over the course of my channel. 9.2 thousand views, and 9.1 thousand those were in the past 6 days from my shorts. And that's, for me, way higher than anything I could have ever dreamed of. But again, there's that dark side. If you don't get the YouTube algorithm on your side, you're just a fish out of water. You're out of luck. But again, that's the risk you're taking while getting on here, and the hope is that you do make something that goes semi-viral. Whatever viral means to you, whether that be 100 views, 1,000 views, or 100,000 views. The hope is that whatever you make, with the hashtags and with the title and all that, YouTube decides to give you a chance and throws you on the front page. But let's compare that to my Instagram. So this is my Instagram. It was a day behind, but I did take a day break from actually making videos, which allowed me to catch my Instagram up when it comes to content, the shorts content at least. I did not put Cheapy and my SpongeBob video on here, which I don't really think hurt me that much, but I'm gonna refresh this to show you. We're gonna double check. This one right here is having a field day right now. It's over 1,000 views, which for Instagram, as you can see, these numbers are wildly different than what I actually achieved on YouTube. So on YouTube, this NES versus PS5, that had 2,500 views. On Instagram, I got 50. On this one, I also had 2,500 views. It has 130. This one had 4,000. It has 1,000. So proportionally, this one's doing much better, much more accurate to what I had on my YouTube. And actually, surprisingly, this one right here outperformed YouTube. And see, that's the point, is there's actually a benefit to using both of these platforms, because if you get even one viewer that will transition over from your Instagram to your YouTube or vice versa, that's a win. When you're a small creator, every pair of eyes you can get on your content, that's a huge win. So I do appreciate all of my 13 followers. Like I said, most of them are family and friends, but I have actually gained some organic ones over the past week, and I'm pretty happy with that. Now, I do have TikTok here, but I don't know what to say. I posted a couple videos, waited a week. They got 0 views each. I'm sure I'm doing something wrong. If anyone actually does watch this video, please let me know in the comment what you think I'm doing wrong. But yeah, I don't have much to say about this, clearly, because it's an enigma to me. But if we come back to, like I said, the bread and butter of this whole content creation game, at least in my opinion, YouTube, the takeaways from this video is I believe that you should focus on within the first 5 seconds of your short form content, because I do believe if you're trying to, expand your audience and really get your brand out there, short form content's the way to go for now. I believe within the first 5 seconds of your short form content, add something that will really grasp the viewer's attention to get them to stay and not swipe away. This should help you with the algorithm when they're testing your videos out in the waters. Besides that, I think that the hashtags and the content obviously is really pivotal, because Power World's popping off right now, and the videos that I think are just as good content, if it's not something that YouTube finds very relevant, you're gonna get scraps at best. It doesn't matter how good the content is. It could be the greatest piece of art you've ever built in your life, and it could be one of the most masterfully crafted treasures the world will ever see, but they won't see it because YouTube doesn't deem it as something relevant to the time. So, but if they do, congratulations, you'll get your name out there to a couple thousand people at least. And so that's gonna wrap it up for the day. I feel like I've learned a lot in this first week. If you guys have any questions, please feel free to leave it in the comments, and I would love to answer them. But besides that, my Pixel Pals, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and see you in the next video.